Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the class. I hope you people are good and safe at your home. Please stay in your home, stay safe. Do not go outside. So, in this only for 3 4 months, you need to be make restriction in among you. Do not go outside. Make use of a mask if you go outside. Carry the sanitizer with you always when you go outside. Apply into your hand. Make it as a habit for this now for 4 5 months. Make it a habit and continue the wearing mask so that we can avoid the spreading of diseases, and also we can avoid the dust allergy by dust, is it not? Then when you go outside, have social distance, and there are many other diseases. Please be away from all the diseases. Please have a vigilance towards your health. Drink hot water, eat well cooked food, and think positively. Cultivate a cheerfulness among you and create your own timetable and follow according to that. Wake up early morning. So, early morning from the 5 o'clock, from mainly from the 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, our mind works 100%. Our mind works 100% because before that, we will be under sleep, is it not? Will be under sleep, and the mind will get some refreshment. While you will be sleeping, all the organs, means all the system what is there in our body, that stop, that get a ease. That doesn't stop their work, but that gets ease, that gets some rest. All the parts and all the system what we have, except the mind works, mind and heart, the both works continuously. While sleeping also mind works, so that reason we'll get a dream, is not? So here, but somewhat it will not have much stress. While sleeping, mind will have somewhat the rest, some rest it will get. So after 4, the mind will have complete rest and it will get a complete newness when you wake up at 4 o'clock. From 4 to 6 o'clock, and it will be very useful time for you people. When you wake up at 4 o'clock, start to read. Whatever the things you will read in between this 2 hour, whatever the things you will read in between the 4 to 6 o'clock, that will remember for forever, and you will understand better, and the memory increases on that time if you read on that time. So that is the reason, make a timetable according to that. Go and do your work and maintain your health. In the last class, we completed our 3rd chapter, understand why do we need a parliament, is not? That was the last chapter. Complete exercise for all those things, because we have only short period of time, means we have short time, and you have got a most of a time in your hand. Make use of that. And next you will start about the next chapter, the 4th chapter in the civics. It's about understanding the law. Understanding law. Here, this chapter, as like last chapters, it's also very small chapter. So in this civics, we will be discussing about only one concept. So in the first chapter, we discuss about the constitution. Constitution is one concept, single concept. Then afterwards, we discuss about the secularism. Is not, secularism is one part of constitution, there we discuss. Then about the parliament we discussed, is not, the need of a people, means the need of a participation of people in the parliament we discuss. Now it's about only the law. You will understand the law, what is law, is not. So that's only, it's a very small chapter. We can complete this in one class, is not. So we will try to complete, otherwise I will take 2 classes, okay, because we will be having explanations according to that. You will try. So here, understanding law, will start our chapter, the understanding law. You know about this law, is it? What is the law? Rules and regulations. Law, what is that law? What is that? If for recently what's happening, like in the bike, if a rider is not wearing the helmet, you need to pay the fee, is not, you need to pay the fee. If he is not wearing the helmet, is not having insurance for his bike, you need to pay the fee, is not, penalty, you need to pay the penalty. It's a law. It's a law created and imposed by the Supreme Court that the rider, bike rider, should have a helmet. Is not. They should wear a helmet. They should have the insurance for their what you call the bike. Is it not? So they should pay the road tax. So these all the rules. It's also called as a law. It's created by the government. But if they don't follow, they have to pay the fee. So is not. So there are so many laws. Every day will be go through every laws. Is it not? So it's one examples what I given the law. Another one law is we should not hurt anybody. We should not make damage for anybody's self confidence. Otherwise, anybody's dignity. We should not violate anybody's dignity. So this is also another one law, is not? There are different types of law. You'll be understanding about that law. Here, what are laws? The system of rules which a particular country or community recognizes as regulating the action of its member and which it may enforce by imposing of penalties. So the law and rules, it's a set of rules. Law is a set of rules where that is imposed and which is created to regulate the action of a people, to control the overaction of a people, is not, and to moderate the action of people, to make them to move in a one path, they make them to move in a justice way. So these rules are being created, is not. If any person of the community or a country or a nation, if he violate the rules called as law, and you will be under you will be imposition of a penalties, is not. So you need to pay the penalties and you will be having some punishments. It's a law. It's a law. It's a set of rules. So the parliament is in a change of making law. It's a charge of making law. You know, in the last class we discussed parliament. Parliament, it's a people house, is not. Parliament, there the representative sits in the parliament. The representatives are being selected by every common people of India. There they act in behalf of common people. They create a law, is not. The parliament play an important role. It is having a charge of creating a law. Law is being created, and we are discussing the functions of a parliament, is not. Functions of a parliament is like selecting the government, national government, and guiding and controlling the government, is not, and lawmaking. The third concept is also lawmaking, is not. The lawmaking which lies in the hand of parliament. Parliament is a group of representatives, councils elected by the common people. It's about a law. Then the first main concept it was what's law apply to all. Is law applied to all? Is the law applied to the all? Yes. Law in under the democratic form of government, law applies to the all. What was in the monarchy? What was the condition of a law? Means what was the position of a law in under the monarchy rule? Whether that was to apply for everybody along with the monarchy? No. The law was only applicable for the people, not for the king in the monarchy, under the monarchy, because king was the body of making a law. Body is a system, is not. He is a person, he is a supreme power, he was having the supreme power, is not. He is the person who makes a law. So the law, it's a set of rules, is created for common people, not for the royal people, means royal family. So that was monarchy. That law is created by the king. So it was not applicable for everybody. But now we are under the democratic form of government. Here the law is created by everybody, is not. Means it's created of, it's a law which is created by the representatives, leaders who is selected by the common people, and the leader he or she create the law in taking the decision, opinion, and in favor of a common people, is not. So this law is applicable for everybody. So all persons in independent India are equal before the law. Everybody are equal before the law. Suppose one, what you call, the president is there. Suppose any minister, or it may be chief minister, anybody, the home minister, suppose for example, the home minister's son has committed any mistake. Is not, he committed what you call, the crime, he did any crime. So he is a son of a minister. Now what minister will do? The minister means the son of a minister is sentenced to the death. That crime has put in the court. The crime has done by the minister's son. That crime is noticed by the police and other people. They are put in the court. The court has sentenced to the death, and the court has announced that he has to put under the death because he has did such a crime. Now his father is a home minister or any other minister, is having a what you call, the rights, power, political power. Suppose he made him to hide in somewhere. He made his son to hide in somewhere because he is sentenced to the death. Then what is this? What does this says? The rule, law is that whatever the court is says, it has to be followed by the every common people and every people. Even the president or the every beggar, everybody has to follow the rules and the decision which is taken by the court. It's a judiciary, is it not? Court has taken such a decision because he has did that crime. But now this fellow, he has made him to hide in somewhere else. He made him to escape from that what do you call, the penalty, or escape from that decision. What is this? It's a violation of a law. The law is equal to everybody, but this fellow, because he is having a power, he is a minister, and he has made him to hide, he has violated the law, is not? So now he is also come under the list who has did a crime, then he can also put under the jail. You should put under the jail. Even he is a prime minister, even he is a president, if he did the same, and he has to put under the jail, he has to put, he has to under the punishment which is given by the court. Then court should not make any compromise with the decision, with the justice. It's not. That's what the law is applicable for everybody. The law cannot be taken as a granted by any upper class people or any lower class people. Any influenced people should not take that as a granted. Is it not? That's what is applicable for everybody. Everybody are equal in before the law. The law cannot discriminate between a person on the basis of their religion, caste, and the gender. On the basis of that, the law cannot be discriminated. Like suppose one woman, one girl, she has did a crime. So we should not make any concession, otherwise we should not make discrimination in taking a decision on her. Means the court or any police, they should not make compromise in giving punishment to her because she has did a crime, and she is a female, she is a girl. So only because she is a girl, she is a female gender, we should not make any compromise in taking a decision, in having a particular punishment. Suppose she did a crime, we should not make. Suppose in that time is replaced by the, suppose in that time the place where she's the female is standing, suppose it's a male, what the rules, what the punishment and decision will be taken on the male because he did a crime. The same decision has to be taken on the female if she is there on the place. Is not? We should not have any discrimination in before the law. Is not? Then the caste, upper class, lower class. So because of his upper class, the law will be changed for him. The only law is applicable for the lower class people. It's not good. It's not. It will be not there. So it's not there in Indian Constitution. So Indian Constitution it's mentioned that every people are equal in before the law. The law should not be discriminated. We should not change the law because of they belong to the upper class and the rich people. We should not. Because of their female also, we should not make change in the law. Law is a law. If they did anything, they have to follow this and they have to experience all these things. That's what they have mentioned in the Constitution. Rule of law means that all laws apply equal to all citizens of the country and no one can be above the law. Here no one can be above the law. Law is a supreme. Is not. Law is a leader. Law is a supreme. It's a God. Is not. So nobody is above than the law. Everybody fall under the law. They have to do their work under the law. They have to live under the law. Is it not? Even if it is a prime minister, beggar, common people, and the presidents, and everybody, they have to be work under the law and they have to obey the law. Nobody is above, means nobody is superior than the law. Law is superior. It is a supreme superior. It will be having a supreme superior. Everybody has to follow the law. Is not. So the law is created by the group of people called as representatives who is selected by the common people. That means the law is created by the common people. Any crime or violation of a law has a specific punishment as well as process through which the guilt of a person has no established. Here, the crime, any crime or any violation, suppose any people they have violated the law, suppose the law is there like we should not damage the public property. Suppose any person is came and is damaging the government school, so then he will be put under the punishment. Is it not? And suppose they are doing the crime, so they have to be put under the jail. So this all for every rule, for every law, suppose for every violation of a law and for every crime there is a particular punishments. So the judiciary has to give a particular punishments for the particular crime. So it's mentioned in the Constitution that they cannot give the punishment as like they want. They cannot give any punishment. So they have to give a punishment. They have to assert a punishment and the penalty as like it is mentioned in the Constitution. And for the particular crime and the violation of law, there is a particular punishment for everybody. So it has to be followed by the everybody. Then in ancient India, where there innumerable and often overlapped local laws, the different communities enjoyed different degrees of autonomy in administrating these laws among them own. So it's about the law. But if you look back into the ancient period, is there was a law, rules and regulations in the ancient period? Is they were following under, is they were living under the rules and regulations in the ancient people? Yes, they also had a rules and regulations. But sir, they didn't have a government such like this. What we have, president, prime minister, and the representative. Who has did that? The monarchy, the rulers. In the ancient period, the rulers was not there. The king was not there. There, the group of people was ruled by the Mahajanapadas. The group of people were ruled by the Mahajanapadas. Then they are called as Maharajas. Then they have become as a king. Then the monarchy came up. So earlier, the group of people were ruled by the Mahajanapadas, means rich people. The rich people, they were making laws. They have created a law on the common people. So that law is created by the rich people. Under that law, the common people has to lead their life. That law was not applicable for the rich people. So rich people, they had a different law, but they were not following the law because they were rich. They were giving a daily wages. They were giving money for the common people. is not. They were themselves, they told they had been sent by the God. They are the son and daughter of a God. So the common people, they have believed. They were believed. So it was a condition. The rules and law was there earlier, but it was created by the single person or the group of people, and it was injustice law they have created. Is not. They have different administrations. So this law, now if the law is created by the Supreme Court, one law, suppose it is created by the Supreme Court, has to be followed by the every people and every states in India. Is not. In this Delhi, suppose Delhi, they have today at the 10 o'clock they have created one law. Within a 5 minutes or within a one day, the law will be circulated to the everybody, and everybody has to follow the law, same law. Is not. But ancient period, it was not like that. Why? Because in that time the geographical area was fragmented, divided under different rulers. The whole India was not ruled by only single king. Is not. The whole India was divided into different kingdoms. In the North India, there was like in the North India, like there was a different group of what you call the kingdoms they were ruling. Is not. So in the central India, there was a different group of Marathas, suppose. In the South India, there were like Cholas, Pandyas and Chalukyas. There are difference. Is not. In among the Chalukyas, there was a different areas. That different areas were ruled by the small kings. So that small king, they had their own rule in their territory. As like this whole India was divided into thousands of territory, hundreds of territories. So in every and each territories, they had different rules and regulations. So it was a condition at that time. But as gradually the monarchy and the kingship is increased, then in the 1700, means in the 17th century, the Britishers, they came India and they have taken India under their control. Then they have created their rules. So that's, we will discuss how. And the rule of law. What is rule of law? The rule of law means is that all law apply equal to all citizens of a country and no one can be above the law. Rule of law, rule by law. Earlier, the people, means earlier they had a government. It was a monarchy government. Monarchy antandre Raja Prabhutva. The king is a supreme, he will be holding supreme power. Is not, it's a monarchy. Now we are in a democracy, that the every individuals are supreme. Is what, we are in the democracy. In under the monarchy, they were ruled by law, means they had a rule by law. Now we have a rule of law. What is different? What is the difference between rule by law and rule of law? There, the monarchy, they were ruling by law. By making law, they were ruling. Is not. By making law, they imposed a law on common people. They made like nobody should talk against of the decision which is taken by the king. It's a rule which is made by king. Is not. Then like nobody should come this side, like what do you call like nobody should make use of water of a river. Suppose nobody should make use of water of river. Here the king is ruling, is showing his power by making law. By making law, he is dominating others. Nobody should look at nobody should look at what you call the king, suppose, like our queen. Nobody should look at queen while she is walking. They have to bow their head. It's a law. Here the king is ruling by making law. The rule of law is that it's created by the group body. Body means it's a group of representatives selected by the common people, and it's a rule of law. It's of law means in among the common people the rule is created. It's for the people. It's not, the rule is created for the every people, and the rule is created by every people. It should be followed by every people. So it's rule of law. and ruled by law is the king was ruled by making law. Now here the rule will be for everybody, and it's everybody will be equal before the law. It's a rule of law. Then how rule of law established in India? How is the rule of law is established in India? So this rule of law was there earlier in the under the monarchy rule. The rule of law was there. Then afterwards, the rule of law is got somewhat intensive. It has got somewhat strengthened. How the system of law began to further evolve during the colonial period. Earlier in India we had a rule of law. Then further, when the Britishers when they came to India in the 17th century, when they took over the control over India in the 18th century in 1758, when they taken the area, means when they taken whole India under their control, then they have started to impose the rules. There the rule of law is evolved, it's improved. That means it's got strengthened in colonial period. Colonial ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Colonial ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the people of other country, the group of people or people of other country is ruling in our country. That means he is making rule in our country and is ruling us is a colonial rule. So Britishers, they are from Europe, is not? Britishers, they are from Britain, Europe. They came to India and they made their own rules and they started to rule us. It was called as colonial rule. So the Indian people ruled by other country people is called as colonial rule. So under the colonial rule, the period in between which the Britishers they have ruled India is called as colonial period. So in under this colonial period, rule of law got emerged. It has got strengthened. And it is believed that it was British colonial who introduced the rule of law in India. The rule of law is earlier were in different. The monarchy they had their own rule of law. But now the Britishers they have input more law. We didn't know such kind of laws earlier. The different kind of law is introduced. The thousands of law is introduced by Britishers. Now also we are making a laws, rules and regulations. It's all influenced by the Britishers. Historians have disputed this claim on several grounds. Means they have disputed this claim on the several means they have explained about this, how they have imposed the rules and regulations, how they have brought rules and regulations to the India. Earlier they had a Sedition Act of 1870. Sedition Act 1870 So under this 1870 Sedition Act, there the people sedition earlier before the 1870 we had a Sedition Act that the people suppose is opposing the government rule or suppose is threatened for the society, such like the terror they are called as seditions. Terror, if they are making problem for the social life of a people, they will be considered under the sedition rule. They will be grouped as a terrorists and they will not be given any support by the government. Sedition. ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವೊಂದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು, ನಮಗೆ ಯಾರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಜನಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಲ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಅವರು ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಜನಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಜನಗಳು ಬಂದು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸೆಡಿಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಸೆಡಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯಿಂದ ದೂರ ಇಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾರವರು ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ನ ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ದೂರ ಇಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸೆಡಿಷನ್. ಈ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆದರೆ, ಈ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಸೆಡಿಷನ್. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್, they have spread this, means they have elasted this Sedition Act in 1870. 1870 ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳು ಯಾರೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಅವರು ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೆಡಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೇರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೆಡಿಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈಗ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ದೂರ ಇಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸೆಡಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ಈ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜನಗಳು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸೆಡಿಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಇದೊಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. Indian nationalists began protesting and criticizing the arbitrary use of authority by the Britishers. So Britishers, they were making harsh punishment. They were made use of these rules and regulations to control the Indian people. The Indian people were suppressed under this rule. So that reason, the Indian nationalists like Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Ambedkar, and many other people, they have in their own way, they have started to make a revolution. By the end of 19th century, the Indian legal profession also began emerging and demanded respect in a colonial court. So by the end of 19th century, when Gandhi came in 1915, when he has returned back from the South Africa, then afterwards Gandhi has conducted so many satyagrahas in against of Britishers, because Britishers, they have made different rules and regulations. What was that different rules and regulations? ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾಡಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಕಾಡು ಜನಗಳು ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬದುಕಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಿ, ದ ಟ್ರೈಬಲ್ಸ್, their main activity and their daily uses and the daily needs they will get from the forest, is not the tribals, ಕಾಡು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು. ಸೊ ಕಾಡು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಜೀವನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅದು ಮರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಮರ ಹಣ್ಣಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮರಗಳಿಂದ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಿದ್ರು ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈಬಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಅವರು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೇನ್ ಯೂಸೇ ಅದು, ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಅವ್ರು ಬೇಸಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಅದು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್, ರೈತರು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಆ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ತಗೋತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಆದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಒಂದು 100 ಟನ್ ಕಬ್ಬು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಬೈ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ವರ್ಕರ್. ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕಾಟನ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ದಿನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಇತ್ತು. 6 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದು ರಾತ್ರಿ 8 ಗಂಟೆ ತನಕ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Under these rules and regulations, the common people of India, the every people of India, they were suppressed. So that reason, Gandhi came and he has conducted the satyagraha in favor of this group of people, again in against of government. So that led for many the movements. Non-cooperation movement has came, and Dandi March has came, Salt Satyagraha has came, is not, it has conducted. Then afterwards civil disobedience is conducted, and the national independence movement has conducted. Then afterwards we got independence in 1947, is not. Then afterwards the Britishers, they have accepted Indians to form our own constitution and our own council group. So there we created the council court, and we created our own group of leaders, and we started to make rules and regulations. Indian judges began to play a greater role in working decision, in taking decision. After creating the court of India, the Indian judges, they started to do the great duty, the services. With the adoption of a constitution, this document served as the foundation on which our representative began making law for the country. So after the creation of a constitution, in under the constitution, laws are being created for everything. So the law is created for everything, is that it's equal for everybody. Means the law which is created in the constitution is equal for everybody. According to the law, everybody will be seen as equal. The earlier we had upper class and lower class. So in under the constitution, everybody has become the balance, means as it has become the equal in the society. Every year our representatives pass several laws as well as revive existing one. Means this law is created in 1950. Before that, now it has been around 70 years, is not. So it's a 70-year-old law. ಇದು ಹಳೇದಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಹೊಸ, ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್, ನೋ. ದೆನ್ how can we follow that, is not. Now to change and to update a law, we have chance, that is amendment. So there is one act, amendment. So in under this amendment we can update a new law according to the situation, and in favor of a common people we can abolish and we can cancel the old rules and law in under this amendment act. In under the amendment, ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ನ ತೆಗಿಬೋದು. ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹೊಸ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಳೆಯ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಹಳೆಯ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಈ ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಹಿಂದೂ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ 2005, ಇದೊಂದು ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ 2005ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಥರದ್ದು 73 ಸುಮಾರು 100 ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಿವೆ. more than 100 amendments has been done now. Amendments changes has been done in the constitution. So one such example is in the Hindu Succession Amendment Act in 2005, they have made Hindu succession. There, according to this new law, the son, daughter and their mother can get an equal share of a family property. ಮೊದಲು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಮಗ ಅಪ್ಪನ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಾತ್ರ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಗಂಡನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ತಾಯಿಗೂ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್. ಸೊ in under this amendment act 2005, the property of the father has to be shared equally among the son, daughter and the wife or as a mother. So it's the new amendment, they have created rules and regulations. That's about the law is created to get equality among everybody. So that's how the law is applicable for everybody, and it's how it's got changed. So that's what you discuss about the first concept. I hope you understood and make use of your textbook, I hope. And if people are maintaining your good health, and maintain that, and thank you, have a nice day.